Okay, continuing to with the module 5. We'll be going to study now about the HTML5. This version 5 it is web storage and caching. So using HTML5, how the web storage is going to be done, and how you'll be going to uh, cache the files from the browser. Those things that we'll be going to study in this module. Okay. Here we can say that the advantages of this web storage. So here web storage can store data locally within the user's browser. First thing is that even the same thing that we can able to do it by using the cookies, but if you're going to use this by using the web storage, so it is more secure and it is fast also. And second thing is that the data is not included with every server request, and whenever that is going to be asked, then only that will be sent. So third point is also it is possible to store the large amount of data without affecting the browser's website performance. Very important factor it is, because if you are going to use the cookies, only 4 KB of data that you can able to store. If you are going to use this web storage, you can store large volume of data, and it is also in the form of key value pair. Means it is like a dictionary fashion, so that it is getting stored, or directory fashion that it is getting stored. So there are two things are there in this storage information. One is a local storage and there is a session storage. These things that we have discussed in the previous session. Okay, so it is nothing but a local storage which stores there is no expiry date for that, explicitly that you have to delete. In the session storage, whenever that browser information is going to be you'll be going to close that browser, immediately that session is getting closes and data is not going to get stored over. The main application of this cache storage is that this application cache is there. That's one important thing, which stores the web application is going to be cached with the following format. It is the advantage of this is that without the internet also you can able to see that particular data and you can able to read out. So there are three advantages are there. One is offline browsing is there. Second is the speed. Third is reduced server load. So offline browsing is nothing but when the data is being stored, so you can be able to use whenever that you wish. And speed is as already that data has been cached, you can read out very fast, the faster manner. It means to say that the fetching of data is going to be easy and reduce the server load. So that is again and again repetition of task is going to get reduces over there. That is nothing but download or upload, change data. Okay, so some data if you are going to modify, only that particular data is going to be goes to the server for the storage. Okay, that is a major role of this reduced server load. Okay. There is a one important thing is that to store the data into the system, the cache manifest is there. This cache manifest, if you, so that is going to be used for the offline browsing. Means the data is going to be get cached into your system. How will we going to write that? So the format is like this: the doc type HTML manifest. You will be going to write it here. That is very important thing. HTML manifest demo application or app cache. Demo app cache application. It has to be cached. The body, that data is going to be, just all the documentation is going to be there. Mainly you have to concentrate on this manifest. Okay? So HTML closes here. So what is this manifest? Manifest is going to contain 3 files. Okay? The first line itself that it is going to be cache manifest is theme.css, logo.jf, main.js. The JavaScript file is there, JF data is there, okay, there is a logo is there, then CSS file is there. All 3 files are going to be loaded. Okay, when cache manifest, if you are going to write it, if you are not going to write that, it is not going to load. When the, see, that's what it is saying, CSS, JF and JavaScript. When manifest is file is going to be loaded, the browser will download the these three files from the root directory of the website. If you are not going to write this manifest here, manifest if you are not going to write, then whenever there is a user is not connected with the internet, the resource will be available. Will be available. It means to say that if you write the manifest, the data is going to be available. If you are not able to write that manifest, the data is not going to get stored over there. This is the only difference in the cache manifest. Then how long that it is going to be present? Once the application is being cached, it remains cached until the following happens. So what are those things? Once you'll be going to clear the browser cache. That time the data is not going to be visible. Then manifest file is, if it is modified, that time also it is not going to be available. The application cache is programmatically, if it is getting updated, then also it is not going to be available. So by these three methods, if you are going to use, so the cache data is not going to be available. Understood? So this is an important concept where that you will be going to, the question will be asked on that. Okay? Web storage and caching. So these things if you write, that is more than enough for the, so maximum it is going to be around 5 marks that you will be going to get. Okay? Next is about the